Techno update. Subscribe now.
Vodafone Smart V8 Review. Design. The Smart V8 is identical to the ZTE VA70, which you're unlikely to find in the UK. The only difference is the rear of the phone, which is a dark grey instead of light grey. It's an attractive device with premium-feeling chamfered edges. Despite its 5.5-inch screen size, it isn't overly chunky, weighing in at 166 grams and 7.9 millimeters thick. For comparison, that's lighter than an iPhone 7 Plus, and only a little thicker. The headphone jack is on the top, and the nano SIM/microSD card tray can be found on the left along with a rather oversensitive standby button. On the right is the volume rocker. The bottom edge is filled by a pair of speaker grills and a rather old-world micro USB port. I hope 2017 becomes the final year that mid-range phones ship with micro USB, as USB-C is faster, reversible and generally much better to use. But given you're probably upgrading from a phone that still has micro USB, it's no big deal. Screen. The Smart V8 comes equipped with a full HD IPS display, and it's very good for the money. It's just about bright enough to be used in the strongest sunlight, although just a tad more brightness would have been welcome. Blacks are deep enough to keep movies and games atmospheric, and colors look natural enough. Camera. The 16-megapixel sensor on the Smart V8 is seriously good for the money. In bright conditions it can take some excellent photos. It has quite a wide angle, which means you can cram a lot into your shots. In ideal lighting, it's very good, although it struggles with any kind of range. Try to shoot from the shade of some trees out into a field, or similar, and either your trees will be underexposed, or your field blown out. It takes careful composition to get things right. Performance. The Smart V8 isn't a fast phone by any means. Powered by Qualcomm's latest budget-end Snapdragon 435 system on a chip, there are numerous performance compromises that you'll have to consider. Actual processor performance is acceptable for the money, most apps open within 5 seconds, and while loading stories in your news app of choice might take a few seconds a pop, it isn't bad. The numbers match the specs. In the Geekbench 4 multi-core benchmark, the Smart V8 beats the Moto G5 with a score of 2610 and clocks in a single-core score of 664. Battery life. The 3000 mAh battery is pretty average for a budget phone, and is perfectly serviceable with moderate use. I could get a full day out of it on most occasions, dropping as low as 10% come 11 p.m., having unplugged it at around 7:30 a.m. Music streaming, video catch-up and heavy web browsing were all part of my daily routine, and it's only when it came to a full day of taking pictures and video that it felt at real risk of running dry before the end of the day.